Hey everybody, welcome back to True Talk. Why don't we have scenes? Where did Discord go?
I don't know.
Discord broke!
Hold
Hold on.
Wouldn't be True Talk without a technical difficulty, would it?
Wet.
Nope.
Okay, so that works. That
What's wrong with you? I said
halfway
you
works?
did.
Alright, let's full screen. What the actual hell?
I don't know.
I blame you.
Why are you blaming me? What did I do?
I don't know, somehow it's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
You know, maybe I might have to close the streaming software and reopen it, because my background is broken.
It's probably because you're wearing a Cowboys jersey.
No, it saw that Panthers thing on. Oh, there's you. You were there.
So it begins.
What is that?
Oh boy.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. All right,
Oh, what's happening?
let's see here. All right, we need a new display capture.
All right. On the plus side, go Panthers! Because we're awesome and we're way better than those cows. Gross.
This isn't fair. I can't argue back with you while I'm trying to fix the show, Mallet.
I know. That's why I'm saying it.
How dare you? I know you think
What
you
the-
are.
Your friend and your co-host and a Panthers fan and not a Cowboys fan.
Boo.
Because boo the Cowboys. And plus it's an odd numbered year, so we're gonna wreck all your faces. So there! Got my
Oh,
Luke
boy.
Kuechly jersey on, and it's awesome, and we're gonna destroy you guys.
Oh, what
so
happened?
there! Now you're you're back.
I fixed it. We're almost there.
Aw, Mark thinks both our sports teams suck. I'm gonna cry. So mean to me, Mark. You're so mean to me.
Okay. There we go.
Technical difficulties.
It's fine. MPI fixed it. No one freak out. I know what I'm doing, sort of.
You know what you're doing.
All right. Okay, hold on.
there's that cowboy.
Here's what we're going to do. Are you ready?
Or am I?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to True Talk this week. This is the first time we've been on the screen the entire time.
Ignore everything that just happened. It didn't happen.
We're professionals. I fixed it. And we're here.
We're professionals. We're professionals.
So, guys, this week we've got Mallet, as always.
Hi.
And we have our special guest, BruisingToaster. What's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. How's it going?
It's good. Sorry, your episode started with ridiculous technical difficulties that I didn't even understand, and then we fixed it.
I promise you,
Sorry.
things like this happen all the time.
They do. Last week there was a storm, and someone's internet and power went completely out, so that was fun.
Yep.
But yeah, we're here, guys. We're here to talk about some gaming news, and most importantly, to get to know BruisingToaster. So why don't we start things off with that? BruisingToaster, can you give us an overview of who you are as a streamer, your channel, and just kind of how you got started on Twitch?
Well, as a streamer, I'm a variety streamer. Right now I'm focusing on Satisfactory. It's an amazing game. Play a little Dead by Daylight here and there. Some
Yeah,
origami.
Dead by Daylight.
Yes, yes. I usually play as Myers with no perks. So
Hey.
Makes it fun.
Jump scare Myers.
Yes.
Jump scare Myers.
Okay, we have to come back and talk about something Dead by Daylight related after we get through the intro here.
Did we
Okay.
talk about that last week?
No, it's something different.
Okay.
We'll loop back to it, I promise. Okay, continue.
What else? My gamer tag comes from the almighty Xbox name generator back in circa 2010,
Yes, those were like my favorite things.
and it's
Well done.
it's just grown on me for the past 9 years, so I kept it.
Nice.
That's fair.
The reason why I stream from 7:45 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday, which is the time that my wife's at work, the time that my daughter goes to bed, and I'm a massage therapist, so there's not very much social interaction.
Okay,
So I get it out on Twitch.
sure.
Okay.
That makes total sense, man. That's awesome. And that kind of that almost works out perfectly, too, for you to have a set schedule for streaming. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
All right.
here's the real question. What's that thing behind you?
That is something my wife is working on. It's a BruisingToaster, and then she's just doing little designs in each letter, and I thought it was really cool.
It looks
Oh
awesome.
my gosh, that is so precious!
I know.
I was wondering the same thing, where that came from, and if it was stream related or if it's just something that you guys are doing in the house because it looks cool.
No.
It's so precious.
And then-
I love it.
On my OBS, the screen is flipped, or the camera's flipped, so you can read it as you're sitting here.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
It looks good. I like it.
Yeah.
So we know the story behind the username, which was probably one of my favorite stories so far, because what easier way to have one? It's so good. They were always so weird, and I love them, though.
Yeah.
So you said that a lot of it is you want to have some social interaction. Is there anything else that kind of keeps you going on Twitch, or if you're having a day where you don't want to hit go live, what's maybe something that kind of pushes you past that so that you do it anyway?
My community, the people that I've collected together or found me and smacked me in the face when I haven't clicked go live in 20 minutes after I'm supposed to be live. So it's
Okay.
definitely they keep me going.
Good. That's awesome. That's a super good reason to want to go live, especially since you said that's exactly why you want to stream, is to, have friends and some social interaction. So yeah, that's great, man. Is there anything else that you want to let everybody know about you, about your stream, favorite sports team, anything like that, since we're talking about sports tonight?
Favorite sports team? I don't really watch sports.
Fair enough.
So, I mean,
Hey,
I live
you
in
could have
Michigan.
said the Patriots.
I mean, the Red Wings are the probably the only good team that we have. So,
Are you guys in the playoffs?
I don't believe so.
No, they're not.
No.
Okay. I didn't care until the Hurricanes somehow became relevant again. We haven't been. I'm not kidding. We haven't been relevant since I was in middle school. Like, we won the Stanley Cup back in '06, and I was, gosh, that's 13 years ago. I was 11, almost 12 at the time. The last time we were relevant.
At least you guys have a hockey team. The only
Yeah, again-
pro sports we have are football and basketball, and I don't care about basketball, and I'm not a Colts fan. I don't have anything against the Colts. I'm just not a Colts fan.
I've marched in the Colts Stadium.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I drove by the current stadium right when they finished building it. We were going through Indianapolis for a diving meet, a swimming and diving meet when I was in high school.
You swam?
I dove and I swam. And then my sophomore year, I found theater, and I was like, I don't have time for both. I would much rather do theater, so I did theater instead.
That's where the surfer hair comes from.
Yeah. Yeah, my hair was like, when I dove, my hair was like this long. So if whenever I would flip, my hair would go like straight up, and it would like touch the water before any of my body even like made the full rotation. It was ridiculous.
How did you not get drag from that?
It probably
Wouldn't that
did.
have slowed you
It
down
probably
or
did
something?
slow me down with flips. But I mean, when you swim, you put it in a cap.
I don't know. I'm not allowed to do sports. Every time I do, I throw my back out. Or
That's
get
fair.
concussed. Or both.
You can do that while diving, because there was a time where I was diving and I went and I had to do a reverse dive, which is where you go forward, but then you dive backwards towards the board, and I got like this close to the board. My toes felt the wind, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm done with that, and then I never did it again.
So, BruisingToaster, what was your thing in high school?
My thing in high school was, let's see, D&D.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was pretty much it. We had a little club that was put together by the school, and
Oh, that's
we played
awesome.
Magic and D&D and everything. So
Do you still play
It was good.
D&D?
I do. I play with my father-in-law, a group of his friends. Their campaign's been going for roughly 35 years off and on. So
Oh my god.
What's your character?
I'm a halfling fighter. That's more of a ranged fighter. So
That's awesome.
That's so cool. How long have you been in the campaign?
going on 2 years now.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your best D&D memory?
Oh, let's see. We played a little side quest because we didn't have everybody with us. So we were in the woods. We had run into a spring that was obviously like a home to like owl bears. I don't know if you know them, but no. Well, anyway, it's giant owls. Bear like owls, and they were coming out, going after our, who was it? I forget what he was. Our bugbear, and I was up in a tree, backflip like out of the tree, Legolas style, shot in the air, down an owlbear. Best memory ever.
That's
It
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
fun.
That is so cool. I watch Critical Role, but I've not yet to get the chance to play myself. I really want to. I have my own dice, but I haven't been able to play myself.
If I ever get
fun.
an online campaign going, Mallet, I will let you know.
Please, please, pretty please with a cherry.
Because
on
I
top.
love playing, and I never get to play anymore because of scheduling issues.
We could play on stream.
I'm in. I'm so in.
Toaster, you want in?
I'm in.
Yes.
Sweet.
Definitely.
We just get a giant stream one going. We can play on, I don't know, Tuesdays or something.
Yeah, we can do something, I'm sure. Okay, so...
distractions!
Okay, we have one more distraction because he said Dead by Daylight. So you remember, I think it was last week, they opened that new global store.
Yeah,
Have you seen the pillow?
unfortunately.
Okay. I
You
don't...
didn't get one. You totally got one, didn't you?
No, I didn't get one. It's weird, though. The shirtless David pillow is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And it came out of nowhere. It just
Why
came
does
out of
this
nowhere,
surprise you?
too. Like, they were like, here's our new store. We have these cool shirts. We have these, like, nice mugs. We have this cool phone case. And then, like, 3 days later, they were like, here's a half-naked dude on a pillow.
We're lucky it's not shirtless Myers yet.
That's what I said. I was like, somebody's going to buy it and just, like, glue Myers' face onto it, for sure.
You probably shouldn't look at chat, MPI, just so you know.
Oh, they've already been talking about getting one for me.
I'm in. Mark Crab, I'm in. Kate, I'm in. I will pitch into this. Wedding present? Yes! Yes!
Jesus.
You know we're totally gonna do it now,
That's
right?
the sad part. All right. So now that we've decided that I'm apparently getting the worst pillow I've ever seen on the internet, Mallet, why don't you tell us what we're talking about tonight?
One second. Okay. First off, the Carolina Panthers are a way better team than the Dallas Cowboys. End of story. Second off, all right, we got a few awesome topics tonight. The Epic Store has announced that they will stop making exclusives once Steam changes their revenue split. Why you should care. Smash Bros. Ultimate hits a huge sales milestone. Nintendo reports their best year since '09. Why is your childhood making so much money? Find out here. The cheaper Nintendo Switch model is coming in June. Why are you all going to stand in line and buy it? A Twitch streamer was banned after a violent altercation. Boo you, dude. And a streamer duo jokingly refused to finish Mortal Kombat 11 unless viewers donate money. How you can hold your chat hostage. Now back to you, MPI.
All right. So, yeah, that's a lot of really good stuff to talk about. We're going to do our best to make it to as many of them as we can. I think the first thing I want to talk about is... Let's talk about Epic. Because everybody loves to talk about the Epic Store. So, Too Long didn't read. The Epic Store said, Steam, whenever you decide to start paying people more, will stop having exclusive games. What do you guys think about that? Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think that's actually going to happen?
Probably not for a while, because the Epic Store's only been around since December, right? So
With sales, it's something like that, yeah. But it's been around since Fortnite.
okay.
Basically, it was the Fortnite launcher that has now evolved into the Epic Store.
Right. Well, it's an 18% difference from what they're already charging. It's a big number.
Yeah, especially for, think about Steam. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And, I see it in chat here that Mark said it's good press for Epic, bad press for Steam, and that's probably all they want.
Right.
Because why would you ever, if you can have an exclusive game, why would you stop? Because that's a moneymaker.
Epic's been getting a fair bit of bad press lately. They just recently came out that their employees are basically being forced to work 100-hour days because of the demand for Fortnite content. So any type of good press is good for them right now because the fact is they're driving their employees into the ground. And unfortunately, because of the demand and the audience for Fortnite, they haven't had much of an option. Fortnite is their flagship. They have to keep it going. But it's a really bad look when you're making your employees work 100-hour weeks. That's insane if you think about it.
So here's an idea. How much money did Fortnite make? They were in what, the billions of dollars? Is that correct?
Who
Well,
knows?
it has to be.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Look, I'm going to tell you now. I'm not a businessman. I'm not an accountant. Why don't you just hire someone? Just hire more people. You're making billions of dollars a year. How are you going to even remotely tell me that you can't hire someone else to take over instead of paying that person to work that many hours and probably paying them time and a half for overtime?
True.
2.4 billion according to chat
I'm just
is
saying.
how much Fortnite made last
Just
year.
saying. $2.4 billion on a free game. And you can't hire someone to continue to make your goofy little skins.
I mean, and as Mark's saying in chat, Fortnite changes constantly. I actually was reading something on Twitter today from the guys who make Apex Legends, who basically were having to apologize for not updating the game as fast as Fortnite can. And a lot of it, it comes back to demand, right?
Do we need to update it that often, though?
Do you really think the audience will stand for it if they don't?
Well, now they won't because it's a precedence. You know, they expect that that's what's going to happen. Also, most of your audience is 12 years old, so they have the attention span of a gopher anyway. But now that you've done this for this long, they're going to expect you to keep doing it. Why did we have to update it so often anyway? It's a free game.
Possibly to keep people interested. Unlike a game like, say, Overwatch or Destiny, where you can add new bits to the story, there isn't, Fortnite at its core is a very simple game to play. You drop in, you get guns, last person standing wins. Apex is the same. Compare that to a game like, say, Overwatch, where, it's kind of the same thing, but there's story and background behind it that Fortnite really doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to keep people interested, and also the other thing to consider is despite the 100-hour weeks, Fortnite, Epic Games is in North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and it's keeping a lot of people employed.
And that's where it's like, why don't you just employ more people at that point? I'm not saying you have to hire, first shift, second shift, third shift and start running like a factory 24 hours a day. But, if you want people to work these many hours, why wouldn't they want to bring more people on? Because I guarantee you, anyone who works in the games industry would be like, hell yeah, I'll work on Fortnite. Like, that's something huge on the resume.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So why wouldn't they just look at bringing in more people? Again, I'm not a business person. I'm not an accountant. It just feels, logical to me.
Well, because
If you want to meet the demand.
A lot of it is at the end of the day, oftentimes large companies like that, they'll have a board of directors or shareholders, the two. And at the end of the day, the CEO is accountable to the shareholders. And the goal is you make as much money as possible. And that usually means you make as much money as possible without spending too much in expenditures. And expenditures range from employee salaries to, printer paper. Heck. So if the CEO is accountable to a board of directors or to a group of shareholders or to anybody, the CEO is going to be accountable to somebody over him. And they're going to be asked that you have to account for all the money being spent. And again, I don't work there. I don't actually know anybody who works there. Thankfully.
I'm sure it would also mean that some of these, big wigs who probably, are there from noon to 5, go play golf most days, are probably going to take a pay cut.
Hey, that's not necessarily the whole joke about going and play golf, but it's oftentimes golf is used to genuinely do business deals. I will say one good thing about the CEO of Epic, things he's known for with Carolina, is he buys up as much land as he can to keep it from being developed.
Oh, nice.
So it's just
Like
land.
Yeah, like just woods, which is awesome if you think about it.
Right.
Because, I mean, especially in our area where everyone wants to move here, apparently. Which I'm all for because it keeps me in a job. But
Makes sense.
yeah, it's a tough dynamic. But I mean, back to the original topic. There's no way Epic stop exclusives. Nobody would use the Epic Store right now without the exclusives.
Nobody would use it a year from now without the exclusives.
Exactly. The only reason anybody uses exclusives, it's people. It's like how, like, you know, if I say a streaming service, what's your first thought? Netflix or Hulu, right? Probably Netflix. If I say an online game store, Steam. That's pretty much it, is Steam. If it's not on Steam, you might not get it. So, there's my soapbox. Sorry, guys. I'm refreshing Twitter to see who the Panthers draft constantly. So if you hear lots of scrolling and noises, because I'm not paying attention at all, and I just want to see who we draft.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, I don't see Epic ever really wanting to get rid of these exclusives, even if Steam does, you know, agree to pay people more money. Because, like we said, nobody's going to use it anyway. The only reason I even have it installed is because they give away a free game every month.
Right.
They do?
Yeah. Every month they've given out a free game since they started making it a store. Other than that, I would not have it installed. Because I don't play Fortnite. Never going to install Fortnite. Why would I have it installed?
Have you played Fortnite, Toaster?
Yes, I have.
What do you think?
It's entertaining if you're playing with people that you know, like a group. But
Okay.
other than that, it's like, run, gun, die. Run, gun, die.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know.
I was playing once. I've got a friend who's a much bigger streamer than I am. He and I are college teammates, and he's known for Fortnite. And I was playing with him one time, and then so I get off for the night, and one of the other people in his group, they just kept pushing. It's like, come on, play with me, and it's like, no, I'm leaving, and it's like,
I want to go to bed.
And the only reason I'm playing is because I'm playing with my friend,
Right.
Like my actual friend. It's like it's not
Right.
dream by college teammates. We're actually friends. Ugh. I don't know. Apex does the same thing better in my opinion, but that's just an opinion. Go Panthers!
Yeah. Apex seems like it's it seems like it's for a more mature audience than Fortnite is.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And I guess part of that might be it comes from part of it is the graphics. It's less
Right.
cartoony. Mm-hmm. The skins and other things that you get in it aren't as, you know, goofy. You know, it's like it's a legitimate, cool looking skin. It's not a dinosaur costume or something like that. Yeah. But also you've got different characters. You know, each person or hero, whatever you want, whatever they're called in Apex, has their own skills. And they all do something different. Where Fortnite, literally every person is the same, except for that guy spent more money on skins and dances than I did. That's the only difference in each character.
All right.
Apex is the closest thing I think we have to, like, if Overwatch and Ash there, get Apex.
Yeah, like if you had, or just even like most other first-person shooters. You know, at this point, Call of Duty has all of the classes where every person has their own special perks.
Destiny does.
Destiny, all that kind of stuff. If you took all those and then made them, that's the battle royale for it.
Yep. That's why I like Dead by Daylight. You just get to murder people playing the meat hook.
Yeah, when you can find a game.
It's easy to find a game.
Every time I've tried to play in the past like week, it takes forever to find a game, and then at least one person gets disconnected at the loading screen.
Right.
Oh yeah, the infinite loading. Oh, speaking of which, the Dead by Daylight animation guy made an.
Yep, I saw that. It's on my watch later list.
It's brilliant.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list.
Oh, he also made a Trapper Explains the End Game.
Yes, I need to see that.
It's not animated, but it's hilarious. It's Trapper. And here comes the Trapper. You better watch out for his traps. Here comes the trucker.
All right. So, do you guys have anything else about the Epic Store? I feel like it's pretty talked into the ground at this point, but now that they've kind of, I feel like made a little bit more of a direct jab at Steam, it was worth bringing up. Because before, they've just kind of been like, hey, we've got the game. Steam doesn't. Come buy it from us. That's how stores work. Sometimes people have exclusive items at their store. But now they've kind of straight up said, hey, Steam, this is how you get us to stop. What are you going to do about it? And I'm sure Steam went, who? Who did what? But I'm sure they're not worried about it.
Right.
Why would they be?
I wouldn't be if I
Everyone
was Steam.
knows their name.
Yeah.
There's no need to worry about really anything else.
Yeah, I agree. They've got the market for a good long while.
I know they're paying attention to it. They're going to pay attention to it.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think right now that they'll be concerned about it.
Yeah.
Especially since it doesn't really matter what the CEO says. They're not going to let them stop exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a lot of negotiating and things like that behind the scenes that we don't get to see. They're not going to stop that.
Yeah, they would be more likely to stop taking on new exclusives later on, if anything
Even
ever
then,
happened.
It'd be foolish.
I mean, I agree with you. It would not be smart, but at the same time, I guess there's just so many people that are, I don't want to use the Epic Launcher just because it's the Epic Launcher, and I won't do it. So they're kind of, I don't know. I feel like Epic right now is damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because they said it doesn't mean they're actually going to do it. Especially since what they're saying, like what they've demanded of Steam, is so unlikely that they do. That it's one of those things where it's like it's so outrageous that the other do it.
Yeah.
Like that, it's that outrageous of a demand that the other party's not going to do it. So you're safe, right? If Steam were to actually go and do what Epic is saying, which they're not going to because money, then I'd be interested to see what Epic decides to do.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not. They're not going to.
Yeah, I think you're right. But let's talk about a more fun place to play games, in my opinion, which is Nintendo. So,
What's that?
Nintendo reported their biggest earnings since 2009. It's been
coming back.
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years, and they're coming back swinging. So we can read some numbers here if we want to. But basically, they're just saying we made a lot more money. I'm just trying to find interesting numbers out of this jumbled up article. So yeah, Smash Ultimate has sold 13.81 million copies since launching. Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii sold 13.3 million in its entire lifetime, which was a long time. So we have one game already selling more than the last one. Well,
Right.
was there one on the Wii U?
Yes,
I didn't have a Wii U.
I did. I think my family still has it, or my sister.
Where's Fishhook? He would know.
I don't know. Fishhook!
Yeah, so the other thing that is interesting in all of this is they've managed to outsell the lifetime sales of the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
The entire lifetime of that entire console they've already sold more of the Switch. So what I don't really know, what is it about this console that really overtook it over the Wii U? I know the portability is a big one, but Nintendo people,
That's it.
Nintendo fans are Nintendo fans. They're diehard till the end.
Yeah, but the Wii U, I enjoyed it, but if you guys never had a Wii U, do you guys, basically, it's you had two options. You had the screen on the tablet thing, and then you had, which some games I felt actually kind of used that to great effect. You guys know I'm a huge Marvel fan. The Lego Marvel game, like the Lego Universe game or whatever, what they do actually that was pretty cool was they'd have mission report kind of come up on your handheld thingy. But the thing with the Switch, it's portability. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, the Wii U always felt like they had the idea of the Switch, and they were like, we want to make it to where you can play the game handheld or on your television, whichever one you want. And somebody went, that's a great idea. We don't have that technology yet. So they said, well, here's our middle ground. Let's smush them together and make this console. And it was like, it was a great idea. It just wasn't executed yet. And then the Switch came out, and everybody kind of went, that's what they wanted to do. Okay, I see.
The other thing is, when they announced, they also announcements for some very, very big games. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Smash Ultimate, the next Mario Kart, Mario, what was it, like Mario Odyssey or something like that?
Yeah, there was also Mario vs. Rabbids was a big one that people liked at launch.
Yeah, all of those were Switch exclusive, right? And especially Zelda fans, I think. Yeah, you're going to go for it, right?
I think the other thing, and what kind of drew me into the Switch more than it ever has, is that they actually have third-party titles again. Because if you look back at the Wii U, they had so few third-party titles. It was almost all Nintendo. And now, you know, we have Diablo on the Switch. We have Doom. We have the next Doom coming out. Of course, Skyrim was put on it because it has a screen. We're putting Skyrim on it. So it's like...
Dead by Daylight's coming.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight's coming to it. You know, it's almost getting to the point where every game that releases goes across the 3 again versus just the 2. Which I think is huge. Because if you were a Nintendo fan and you can only afford one console, but you say, you know, look, I like Nintendo, but I'm going to really want to play, you know, Doom when it comes out. I'm really going to want to play Call of Duty or, you know, Fallout. Whatever game comes out that Nintendo didn't make, you're not going to buy the Nintendo console. You're going to go with the one that lets you play more games versus the only exclusive Nintendo games.
Do you have a Switch toaster?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. A buddy of mine wanted a Switch for his birthday, so we gave him ours.
Oh, that's nice of you.
I had just gotten my PC built, and I was like, I'm not going to play it. Here you go.
Yeah, not going to play it anytime soon.
Played Breath of the Wild through, and it was amazing, and I was like, all right, I'm complete.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. Yeah, I have a Switch, and honestly, I think right now it's probably my favorite console. It's super cool. I like that I can just play it here. I can pick it up. I can walk away and continue doing what I was doing. The controller, you know, the Pro controller feels great, and it has some of the best battery life that I get in controllers. So, I don't know. It's just been a fun little console. I like it.
Okay. Favorite Legend of Zelda game, guys?
The only one I've ever played is Breath of the Wild, and I'm playing it right now.
A Link to the Past.
Okay. I like Twilight Princess, actually. But any game where you can whack the cuckoos across the map and get murdered by them is hilarious. So, I'm all for whacking cuckoos.
Fair. I think
Come on, it's funny.
one of my favorite things in Breath of the Wild is the skeletons that come up and you hit them and the head falls off. If you're on a mountain, you can pick up the head and just punt it off of the mountain. That's my favorite thing to do, is I just like hit it one time, pick up the head, run, and punt it off of the mountain. And I'm like, haha, you're dead now.
How did you find that out?
I just thought it would be
Doing it.
fun to try.
But why would you think to try that?
Why wouldn't you? I'm on a mountain, I can pick up the head and throw it away, and the monster dies. Why wouldn't I throw it away? But then he just punts it.
Aren't you the one who walked off a cliff?
Yeah, but
or something?
Yeah, see, I walked off the cliff and died. I figured if I throw the monster off the cliff, it'll die. I was right. Worked, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
I think it worked fine. So
No, I get it. I just think it's it's not like I'm all for the murder. I'm just trying to figure out in what universe would you think to do that. That's all. Chat.
Apparently the one where I'm a better murderer.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I'm just saying, you ain't never punted a skull off of a cliff.
Maybe not in a game.
Toaster's like, all right, well, I'm gonna
Maybe not in a
leave.
game.
He's like, oh, my power went out. I gotta go.
I'm not getting in this
He's
murder
like,
fight.
Hey, Kate, how badly do you want to marry? Do you want me to, can I murder him, or should I just rip out some toes, you know?
A finger or two.
I need those
You
to
don't
play
need your nose to live.
games.
You don't need your nose to live.
Yay, Lord Voldemort.
It's an interesting way to say that.
Or I'll just send you a bunch of shirtless David King body pillows.
Those things are like $55 a piece. If you want to keep spending $55 a piece on a joke, that's your money. You're a grown adult.
MPI, how much money have I spent on your stream?
That's fair, but that at least goes to something.
Exactly, this goes to something too. My own amusement. Yeah, Ziggs, you have to add that you have to like make out with them or something on the pain wheel.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get kicked off of Twitch.
Why?
Because I like Twitch. It's
You
a
said
cool
you'll get
place.
kicked off.
95 pillows. Here we go.
All right, so guys, speaking of getting kicked off of Twitch, you like that?
Oh,
you like that little
yeah.
segue there? All right. So
Well done.
there was a streamer whose name I am going to butcher. So if you guys know who this is, help me out. Hayub Sama?
No clue.
Hyubsama. Hayub Sama? I don't know who the guy is. Never heard of him up until this moment. He was apparently banned from Twitch after damaging property and attacking a guest on Andy Milonakis' stream, which that alone blows my mind that Andy Milonakis is this big on Twitch after his show on MTV.
Right?
It's
I don't know
so
who that
Like a
is.
decade ago.
it's so
I don't know
interesting
who
seeing
that
that
is.
like come weirdly full circle. So what the news article said was basically this we're gonna call him H. H was with Andy Milonakis, and he was doing an IRL stream from his phone. They were just walking down the street, and he was doing a stream. The whole clip that I watched, the guy never said a word, so I don't know what the stream was all about, but he was doing an IRL stream, it looked like. They brought somebody in with them. They were just walking down the street and said, hey, come hang out with us. So the guy joins them, pulls out his phone, and starts up his own stream. Apparently, H did not like this and physically attacks him, knocking the phone out of his hand, and then tries to fight him.
Yeah.
So he was banned from Twitch. But what's kind of interesting about that is he wasn't on his own stream. He was not live. Andy Milonakis was. So he got banned from Twitch for something he did in someone else's stream.
Was he a partner?
I don't know. Like I said, never heard of the guy until this moment. I'm going to Google him.
Well, I know. A while back, like the reason why he's known is he IRL streamed him telling his girlfriend that he had cheated on her, and just
I saw that in the article too.
Yeah, I was.
That's terrible.
To be fair, the guy sounds like an absolute piece of garbage.
Mhm.
And I feel like we're better off without him, whether
I
he
think
was
Twitch is-
partnered
yeah.
or not.
I think Twitch is better off without him.
Yeah. I can't see if he was ever partnered.
Well, that's the question, though, because if he was partnered, then he would have signed a contract, right? He would have signed something saying, like, you know, hey, I'm representing Twitch, and my actions.
Well, I mean,
And is
when
Andy
you
Milonakis
just...
partnered?
Oh, I'm sure Andy Milonakis
Oh,
is. He's got to
he has
be. Even if he's not, like, partnered because he, earned it on his stream, they probably
Yeah.
gave it to him because he's, an official... It's like a Twitter official badge.
Okay, so it's like, so it was one of two things. Either A,
Mallet,
And
you just
therefore
cut
they
out
saw-
a lot.
boo. All right, so it's one of two things, then, right? A, Mr. H over here was a partner, and therefore broke his contract with Twitch by acting out and beating somebody up on a live stream. Or B, Andy Milonakis, who is most likely a partner, very likely has direct contact to Twitch, and he contacted them and said, look, this guy's a loose cannon, you need to get him on.
Well, I mean, when you sign up to use the site, at all. When you make your account, you agree to terms of service.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's something in that terms of service that says, don't punch people in the face.
Do you really need to spell that out?
Do you really need to spell out a lot of things when you think about
That's
it?
why you say coffee is hot.
Yeah, or,
Common sense
don't...
ain't common no more.
Yeah, don't eat paint. Why does it say it on the can? Because somebody did it one time.
Superman capes will not allow you to fly.
Yeah, so that's why they have to put that in there. Is, you would think you don't need to spell these things out to people. It's pretty common sense. And you really don't, but the reason that it's in there is it protects them from a lawsuit.
People are dumb.
So they could say, well, you showed real violence on here versus, a video game violence, and this isn't okay. I'm going to try to sue you. But like I said, what's really interesting about it to me is that he wasn't banned on his own stream. It was from someone else's.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
I haven't seen that before. I'm glad that Twitch did it and has done it, but I've never seen that before.
Was he banned while the fight was happening, or was he banned after?
It was afterwards, I'm sure.
Okay, then somebody contacted Twitch, whether it was...
Well, that or,
Andy Milonakis,
Andy
whether it
Milonakis'
was-
partner. He has people look at his streams, I'm sure.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, so either A, Andy Milonakis contacted Twitch, or B, a Twitch staffer was in the chat at the time. Somebody saw it or reported it in a way that it got directly to the Twitch higher-ups, and they did something manual.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they did. That either, they, like we said, they saw it, or somebody said, hey, this happened. Or there's no way they didn't see it. It ended up on YouTube. It ends up on Twitter. It ends up on Reddit. I'm sure in, how many different subreddits this ends up in. I mean, there's a live stream fail subreddit. So I'm sure even if they don't see it happen live, it gets brought up there.
Absolutely. So I guess the real question here is, should you be able to get in trouble for things that happen in other people's streams?
Yes.
My answer is yes.
Absolutely. It'd be the exact same thing if you went to someone else's house and killed someone. You still did it, but it was in his house. He's the one that should get in trouble.
I'm not quite sure that comparison.
Basically, the idea is it's
It always
just
comes
because
back to murder.
it's not on your channel, in your house, in your car, on your street, doesn't make it not illegal or against the rules.
So you mean if I murder somebody in my house?
It's still illegal, yes.
What if I don't get
come
caught?
on.
Yes, still is.
What if
Don't
I
open
chop
your
up the
closet.
body into little bitty pieces and spread everything else?
You made it worse. You keep making it worse. You're just adding to
My
the fire.
carpet's always been red, okay?
What if I dissolve the bodies in acid so they can't find them?
Still illegal.
But what if I really want to?
I mean, that's fine. It's still illegal.
You guys know Guardian, the movie? You know that scene at the end after their records had been expunged and they were all asking, could do? Like, what if I see something that I really want and I take it? That's stealing.
Yeah, exactly.
But what if I really want it? That's still stealing. And then Drax is like, what if someone annoys me and I rip their spine from their body? Like, that would be murder. Also illegal.
Yeah, so I think it's good that he still got banned, and I think he definitely deserved it, and I'm glad that they did it, and, like I said, I'd never heard of the guy before. I think Twitch is better off without him, and I don't think I would have cared if I never heard of him.
10 out of 10. Best guy ever.
Yeah, he sounds kind of like trash. But to be fair, I am glad that, Twitch actually bans people for doing things like this. Because, I feel like a lot of things similar to this happen on YouTube, and everybody just kind of goes, well, that guy's a jerk.
Eh.
When's his next video coming out? I can name a lot of people that I feel like if they did the same things they've done on YouTube, on Twitch, they would have been gone a long time ago.
I mean, I could say people, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I don't want...
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so while we are on the topic of terrible people on Twitch, do you guys want to talk about these lovely individuals who decided to hold their entire chat hostage from finishing a game?
Oh my gosh. I mean, didn't the article say that they were...
Jokingly.
Jokingly, I'm sure.
But still didn't play.
Yeah, but still didn't do it until they got the donations.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically there's two guys that were streaming together playing Mortal Kombat 11, and they refused to finish the game until they were given gifted subs or tips and different things like that. So basically it all comes down to, after receiving $40 for the two guys, they did eventually restart and finish the game. So they never would have finished it if they wouldn't have gotten those tips, it doesn't sound like.
And we're not going to talk about this anymore until we get some money. Pay up, people.
Yep, haha, joke's on you guys. See, it all came full circle.
Hey. No, I mean, there's a lot of schools of thought on talking about money on Twitch. Some people say it's like, never ask for donations, things like that. Other people will have a donation bar for certain things on overlay. And other people just talk about money all the time. So I feel like there's a lot of schools of thought. In this case, I really don't know what to think because he paid up. I genuinely don't know if they would have kept going. And holding your chat hostage like that is really kind of crappy. Like, if you were, like, what we just did there, where we joked about it, and we obviously weren't being serious, that's one thing, right? But because apparently people did pay up, I don't know if they were being serious or not.
I think if you joke about it for, I don't know, a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then you move on and keep playing, then it's fine. Like, it's, oh, haha, that was a joke, you're a funny guy. But when you go on for, a good while about it, and then wait for people to actually do it before you continue on, you're clearly not joking about it, but you're going to try to play it off as a joke when it fails.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What? And they're partnered streamers, too.
Of course they are.
Yep, of course. Yeah, and
so
like...
that means large audience, many of them are most likely children.
And,
which is scummy.
I'm not against people talking about, like, making money on Twitch or content creation, because that is people's jobs. That's my job. And I'm fine with flat out saying, this is my job, this is what I do. But I'm not going to say, all right, well, we're not continuing until you pay me. At that point, why aren't these people just going to pay for Netflix? Like... You're going on a free platform where everyone can watch your content for free. To expect someone to pay you $40 to continue playing the story of a game is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know immediately how every person in that stream, when they realized it wasn't a joke, didn't go, okay, bye, I'll go to someone else playing Mortal Kombat and watch them finish the story. And then probably give them money for being a better person.
I don't know. I don't.
And it was during what was it? They were streaming for like 14 hours and then stopped because they were yawning and stuff. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're tired, stop. That's fine. Yeah. But they were saying like, oh, we streamed for 14 hours and nobody gave us any money. And I'm like, okay, well, that's because it's free. It's a free platform.
I mean,
just because you did a 14-hour stream doesn't mean you're getting paid.
Exactly. I've done a 24-hour stream. MPI, I know super long frickin' streams like that. Toaster, have you done, like, really long streams?
I did a 24-hour stream for Extra Life back in, I want to say October.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so all three of us have done long streams, right? And I don't think, especially in, like, the wee hours of the morning, it can get hard. You're exhausted. Most of your audience has probably gone to bed like normal people. It's difficult. But I can't imagine forcing my audience to play money to continue. If I wanted to stop, I'd just... I mean, I've done it. I ended my Extra Life stream about 45 minutes early because my back was hurting so bad I couldn't sit up anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't imagine doing. Can you guys, like, in any situation?
The only thing that I can see is like if you have set, if like you're doing a charity stream and you set incentives, and it's like if we, we raise $200, I'll do this. $500, I'll do this. $1,000, I'll do this. Don't deviate from that just to make people happy. If
Right.
if it is $1,000 goal, that is $1,000 goal, because at that point people have come in expecting that it is a charity event, and they've come in expecting to donate to that charity. They haven't just shown up on, Tuesday night to watch the regular stream, and suddenly you're like, well, I'm not going to do it if you don't pay me because I'm being a jerk. I think that's the only time that I can see, like, saying, well, we're not going to do it if we don't hit that incentive, because that's why it was there. Mm-hmm. And, if you set those incentives up doing a charity stream, it's fine if you don't make it there. Don't feel like just because you didn't, hit the $1,000 mark or the $2,000 mark or whatever you've set that you failed. You still raised money for a charity and had fun doing it. But again, don't deviate from that. If you set it at that price point, leave it at that point.
And whatever you do, do not set as one of incentive, like one of your levels, to eat more than one bean boozled at a time.
Ah, you big baby.
I almost threw up on camera, and you were there watching. Yeah, I know you were there. You saw it. I almost puked on camera. It was disgusting.
I did see that.
And you laughed along with everybody else watching.
It was kind of funny.
It was hilarious. The peppers were great, though. The peppers were great.
How many of
Beans are
you
amazing and evil at the same time.
Oh yeah.
They're so just eat the blue ones.
True.
And the green ones.
Yeah, blue and green.
The lime
you gotta
are-
be careful with the green ones because lime one and nothing.
Oh well, the like light green.
Yeah.
It's either lime or lawn clippings. And the lawn clippings, it kind of just tastes like you like inhaled air after someone mowed the grass. So it's like, this isn't great, but it's not terrible.
And then blue is berry or toothpaste.
Yep.
The fish, oh man, the dead fish one.
The dead fish one, the spoiled milk one's really bad too.
Oh, I know. Like I had
And the
I
barf.
had a dead fish one, and McKitten's was sitting next to me, and he said he could smell it on my breath.
Mm-hmm.
That's how nasty the dead fish one was.
Yep. They're terrible. They are really disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, they're so bad, and that's why they're going to definitely be an incentive again.
Yeah, there'll be one for mine this weekend.
This surprises you? It's always I stole my egg.
It doesn't surprise me. I'm just not happy about it.
Get over it. It's for charity. For a good cause. You're humiliating.
I've already had multiple people at the venue agree with me that we will set one that is like maybe $5 more than me eating one, and they will let them pick someone else in the venue to eat it. So, like, we have the owners of the venue. We have other people that are helping me. I'm pretty sure Rab said he's going to do it, if I'm not mistaken. So,
I see a giant thing in chat that says, except for Kate.
I was gonna say pick Kate every single time.
Yep.
Do you really think he'd still be alive if he tried that?
Probably not.
No.
I'd help her hide the body.
I mean, she'll do, like, the lime or the green or the blue ones, because they're not
Just
that
make
bad.
Fish Hook eat all of them.
Yeah.
He did it one time with me on stream, and he was just like, why do you do this to yourself? What is wrong with you? He was miserable, and he couldn't finish it. He had to go spit it out.
Yeah. You know what you need, MPI? You need to get a couple of Carolina Reaper peppers. Then you'll die.
Nope.
No.
Why not?
Nope.
Why not?
It's spicy.
Exactly.
It's spicy.
Say that if someone donates like $500, you'll eat one.
Nope.
Somebody would totally donate.
Because
500
somebody would do
just
it. It would happen.
Exactly.
Knowing my luck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People are watching that.
We've got some pretty fun ones in mind for this weekend, so.
Cool.
But yeah, guys. I think that about does it for tonight. Do you guys have any other topics or anything that you've just got on the top of your mind that you really want to talk about?
Go Cowboys. Boo.
Oh, Mallet's going to be happy, actually, because y'all are going to pick next. So you're going to get...
Really?
Redskins are up right now. And then the Panthers are next.
Yay!
So you've got probably about 15 minutes. before you
I'm
find out?
betting... Is Haskins still on the board?
I couldn't tell you.
According to Twitter, he is.
There you go.
I'm betting we go with a defensive end because all our defensive ends are terrible or old. So I'm betting we go with a defensive end. But a safety would be nice, and somebody we O-line too, because we have a new center now because we got that guy from Denver, but our left tackle, terrible spot. I mean, a turnstile would probably be better. And I mean, we're set at running back. We're pretty much set at wide receivers. Cam's okay. We're good on that offensively. Tight end, yeah, I think we're okay. It's mainly on the defensive side of the ball. We're good at linebacker, but we really need more in the secondary and definitely.
Yeah, we don't get to pick because we actually had a good season.
I told you, it was an even-numbered year. We suck at even-numbered years. Like, seriously, if we were 6-2, and I'm like, we're gonna end up with a losing season, and McKitten's crazy. And then immediately after that was the Steelers game. And the bottom fell out, and just like I knew it was going to. The bottom fell out, and everything exploded. Hurry up! Has Washington picked yet? Hurry up!
You've got plenty of time.
Oh no! I want to talk about it.
All right, guys. Bruising Toaster, thanks for joining us, man. What do you got coming up with your stream? Anything exciting? Any new games? Anything you want to tell everybody about?
Nothing off the top of my head except for some Satisfactory, maybe some golf with friends, DVD, of course.
Nice. All good choices.
Gotta get Ash still.
Ooh, Ash is fun. I like Ash.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Where can everybody find you then? Are you Bruising Toaster across everything?
Everything.
Okay.
There's only one.
Cool. Good. Makes it easy. So yeah, guys, you can find him across all social media at Bruising Toaster. Mallet, what about you? What do you got coming up? Anything exciting? I know your birthday's just around the corner.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, it looks like McKittens and I are probably going to be doing a charity stream for leukemia research.
Okay, awesome.
Still to come because we haven't figured that out yet. And yes, my big quarter-century birthday bonanza is coming up on the 19th of May, starting probably at around 2. Because I'm singing that morning. But we're going to play Dead by Daylight, we're going to play Apex, we're going to play Destiny, we're going to play whatever I want to play because it's my birthday. And we're going to find something to recognize all you guys other than Balloon, because that was only 250 or so last year, and I couldn't bend my fingers for 3 days. I've got over 600 now, and yeah, that's not happening. So we're going to find something slightly less painful. But yeah, my birthday's on May 19th. I'm turning 25, and it'll be fun. So definitely come hang out. I'll be posting a schedule as we get a little bit closer on everything slightly crazy with I've got Avengers tickets this weekend, the charity stream next weekend, Mother's Day the weekend after, then my birthday, and then Animazement, a convention. So it's very hard to find time to schedule things. But yeah, and
yeah,
as
you
guys
gotta pack
know,
time.
I know, and as you guys know, it's Mallet Editor, where if you watch me murder people, come hang out.
The real murderer, not
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, I will give myself a little plug ski. We have the 12-hour charity stream on Saturday. It starts at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be right here on my own channel. We're raising money for heart support and kicking off a full month of fundraising for heart support. For those of you guys who don't know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and if you've ever been to any of my streams, follow me on any social media platform, you know that that is all very important to me and a big part of our community. So we do that every year in May. We'll do it for 30 days at least. Sometimes we'll kick it off early like we are now. So if you're not busy on Saturday for that 12-hour span, come on by. Hang out with us. We'll be playing a lot of fun games, doing a lot of goofy stuff. We have a lot of goofy donation incentives, both per donation amounts and big goals. So come on out, have some fun. But guys, as always, True Talk will be on your favorite podcasting platform and YouTube on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to raid someone like we always do. And I already have a friend in mind. We're going to go hang out with Bubblies.
Sweet.
Bubblies has been around the True fam for a long time, is an amazing artist, an amazing friend. So go hang out with Bubblies, have some fun. It looks like she's playing some Fortnite tonight with a few other True fam members. And I'll see you guys on Saturday, and we'll be back with True Talk next Thursday. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.